In the Serengeti, survival is a battle fought on many fronts. Every moment is a high-stakes contest. Fierce rivals compete for territory, mates, and resources. Family bonds forge loyalty, sacrifice, and teamwork. Ingenious defense strategies are tested in an ever-changing landscape. And vast migrations push creatures to their limits in search of food, shelter, and water. Mastering the art of defense is the ultimate test of resilience. Some rely on speed, others on strength, while many depend on strategies passed down through generations. As the wonders of nature unfold across the Serengeti's timeless landscapes. In the Serengeti, self-defense is an ever-evolving battle. Predators refine their tactics, sharpening their skills with every hunt. Prey, in turn, develops new ways to evade, outmaneuver, and even fight back. It's an arms race where strategy is just as important as strength. While some creatures rely on sheer power to deter a threat, others trust in speed to escape danger. And many wield intelligence, deception, and teamwork as their greatest weapons, knowing when to flee, when to stand firm, and when to strike. This is the delicate balance of life on these vast plains. On the eastern edge of Africa lies Tanzania, home to one of the last great wildernesses. Here, the vast Serengeti takes center stage, a thriving ecosystem teeming with life. From the moment they take their first breath, animals must defend themselves and their offspring. Hard-earned meals must be protected from thieves. And territories must be fiercely upheld. Defense is a fundamental part of life in the Serengeti. Predators are relentless, constantly refining their skills. But prey aren't passive victims. They've evolved alongside their hunters. For some, numbers mean strength. For impalas, it's their greatest defense. Sticking together means more eyes to spot danger, more ears to detect the faintest sound. A single mistake could mean death, but as a herd, their chances of survival increase. They scatter, a coordinated wave of movement that confuses the lioness. Like most gazelles, impalas have evolved powerful muscle fibers and elastic tendons, turning their bodies into biological springs. As they leap, their high, deliberate bounds send a message. Some believe it's a warning to the herd. Others think it's a display of fitness meant to tell predators, I'm not worth the chase. Either way, speed and agility are their greatest defense in a landscape ruled by hunters. But such acrobatic maneuvers come with risk. One wrong step, one unlucky landing, and a broken ankle is a death sentence. In the wild, the weak and injured are easy targets. But for the youngest, survival depends on more than just instinct. It requires parental protection, fierce, unwavering, and often against the odds. In the waterways of the Serengeti, one of Africa's most formidable predators is also one of its most devoted mothers. The high-pitched cries of her underground brood trigger the Nile crocodile into action. She digs tirelessly, freeing her hatchlings from their riverbank nests. For those still inside, she gently cracks open the eggshells, releasing each newborn with remarkable care. What may appear to be an act of cannibalism is in fact a carefully orchestrated rescue. She gathers the tiny hatchlings in her enormous jaws and ferries them to the safety of the water. These newborns are defenseless, vulnerable to predators on land and from the skies. Even other Nile crocodiles won't hesitate to prey on the young. The inside of her colossal mouth is probably the safest place in the Serengeti right now. As she transports the first hatchlings, her nest is left exposed, unguarded, and at risk. The armored shuttle reaches its destination, and the passengers are carefully released. For now, the hatchlings stay close, sheltering in the shallows near their mother's lair. But her duties don't end there. Defending her young from predators is instinct. But fending off unwelcome guests is just as necessary. A hippo means no harm, but at over 3 tons, even an accidental step could crush a hatchling. The mother moves in. This visitor is not welcome. And if the message wasn't clear enough, for some, defense is about sheer force and aggression. For others, it's about distraction. A vulnerable gazelle fawn flees from an African golden wolf. But its mother refuses to stand by. She throws herself into the chase, offering a far more tempting target. Her intervention is strategic, designed to disorient and slow the predator, buying her fawn precious seconds to hide. Fawns are born without scent, so if it can find cover, it will all but disappear. Without a trail to follow, the wolf is left searching in vain. The mother holds back, careful not to give away her fawn's location. But African golden wolves are relentless. The Thompson's gazelle herd rallies, attempting to drive the predator away. Yet the wolf moves closer, headed straight for the hidden fawn. The mother has no choice. She charges, at great risk to herself, refusing to back down. Now, it's the fawn's turn. Managing to escape and reunite with its mother. The adult wolf returns to her den empty-handed, but her young are oblivious to her struggles, caught up in their own playful world. Their antics are suddenly interrupted by the sharp alarm call of a neighboring plover. A predator has been spotted. But this one is small, fast, and armed with venom. Fortunately for the wolves, the grass snake's bite is only mildly venomous. It's often said that the best defense is a strong offense. But against a pack of hungry and inquisitive wolves, the snake's speed and venom may not be enough. In a battle like this, numbers make all the difference. And the snake stands no chance. But elsewhere, the greatest threat isn't overwhelming force, it's patience. Back along the waterways, a fish eagle takes advantage of an unguarded crocodile nest. And the dangers don't just come from above. Monitor lizards are expert egg thieves, raiding the nests of birds, turtles, and even other reptiles. The hatchling's cries draw both protector and predator to the nest. The mother crocodile will defend her young with unmatched force. But the monitor lizard knows patience is its greatest weapon. Even the most watchful guardian cannot remain on duty forever. A mother crocodile will only abandon her nest when necessary. Fish eagles and monitor lizards time their approach precisely, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Overheating in the African sun can be fatal, so she must retreat to the water to cool down. But in her absence, the remaining eggs are an easy prize, quickly devoured by opportunistic thieves. Rich in nutrients, crocodile eggs are a valuable source of food. And fish eagles aren't just skilled nest raiders. They are master thieves, even from each other. A bold young fish eagle challenges a large marabou stork, forcing it to fight for the meal it rightfully earned. In the wild, keeping a meal can be just as difficult as catching one. But not all thieves escape without resistance. The monitor lizard doesn't just raid crocodile nests. Any unguarded egg is fair game. This time, it targets a thick knee nest. But the vigilant parents fight back, spreading their wings wide to shield their eggs from sight and block the predator's path. A bluff that just might work. That's one reptile deterred. But not everyone is so easily intimidated, even by the fiercest stare. A group of vervet monkeys gets the same unwelcome treatment, caught in the crossfire of a territory fiercely defended. With the threats gone and the nest intact, it's finally time for a break. In the open plains of the Serengeti, a well-executed defense is the difference between life and death. For predators, the fight isn't over after the hunt. Defending a kill can be just as important. A cheetah mother scans the horizon, searching for prey. Her cubs, too young to fend for themselves, rely entirely on her speed, skill, and strength. But she's not the only hunter. A predator lurks nearby, waiting for an easy meal. gazelle's best defense is speed, but there's little hope of escape against the fastest land mammal on Earth. This kill will sustain her cubs for a week. She calls them to feed. But her work is far from done. For a cheetah, the hunt is only half the battle. Defending the kill is just as dangerous. Even a lone hyena is a serious threat. Now, she's not just defending her meal, she's defending her cubs. Cheetahs are built for speed, not strength. A direct fight would be a dangerous gamble. But she doesn't back down. Instinct drives her into action. With her cubs behind her, she weaves and feints, using her speed and agility to put distance between them and the predator. But the hyena is relentless. Despite her best efforts, the outcome of the clash is inevitable. The hyena claims its prize. Knowing when to quit is a survival skill in itself. At least her cubs are safe, and she can hunt another day. Back at the river, the mother crocodile is not finished yet. She returns to her nest for the last of her hatchlings. Gathering the stragglers with the same delicate precision. But her job isn't over. She is more than just armored transport. She is their ultimate protector. With all her hatchlings now in the water, a new danger emerges: cannibalism. Staying close to their mother is the best chance for survival. Opportunistic Nile crocodiles think nothing of raiding a neighbor's clutch. So this mother isn't taking any risks. Rather than bite, she slams her heavy skull against the challenger. A brutal display of dominance designed to intimidate, not kill. Hungry and frustrated, it finally retreats. forced from the river by a mother unwilling to lose any more hatchlings. Not all battles are fought for the next generation. For some, the fight is about holding on to a hard-earned prize. In the wild, a meal is never truly won until it's eaten. And even the fiercest hunters must defend what's theirs, even from their own kind. Approaching a large herd undetected is nearly impossible in the open. But with cover, a trap can be set. And no strategy can save you when you step too close to the jaws of a predator. Hidden within the tall grass, all the lioness has to do is wait. Her patience is rewarded. But now, the hunter becomes the hunted. The lioness, focused on her hard-earned kill, suddenly faces a new threat: two unknown males. A rustle in the dry grass gives one of them away. She is submissive, but unwilling to surrender her prize. Against two, she stands no chance. And at the first opportunity, she bolts. For some hunters, defending a kill is a fight they cannot win, but others have perfected the art of keeping their meal safe. Leopards are masters of defending their kills. These powerful big cats can take down prey far larger than themselves. Then haul it high into the safety of the trees, beyond the reach of thieves. Cheetahs and hyenas avoid the trees, and lions rarely risk the climb. Here, hidden in the canopy, the leopard and her cubs can feast undisturbed. Once the meal is stripped clean, the remains are discarded, either dropped to the ground or left hanging on the lower branches. Leopards have the strength to defend their kills. But not all big cats have that luxury. For the lone cheetah mother, every meal is a battle. Her kill is quick, clean, and almost silent. But the scent of blood summons the scavengers. Vultures circle impatiently, waiting for their chance to descend. She's already lost one kill to a hyena. Now she must act fast. Exposed and vulnerable, She tries to drag her prize to safety, but it's a long way to cover, and the real battle is just beginning. In a flurry of sharp beaks and relentless wings, a single cheetah is no match for a swarm of determined vultures. Resistance is futile. Her defense crumbles under sheer numbers. Then comes a familiar challenger, the one creature that even vultures dare not defy, the spotted hyena. Slim pickings, even slimmer for those who miss out. While some battles are lost to numbers, others are won with sheer determination. Along the waterways, another tense standoff is unfolding. The cannibalistic crocodile has returned, its sights still set on the vulnerable hatchlings. But one formidable obstacle stands in its way: their mother. She remains still. Her bulk forms an imposing barrier, shielding most of her young beneath her. But she can't protect them all. Those who wander off are exposed. Gravity claims its first victim. More hatchlings teeter on the edge, just centimeters from being devoured. The bank is steep, each desperate step a gamble between survival and a fatal misstep. A tiny hatchling scrambles back to safety, leaving the massive croc with only a mouthful of mud. The mother shifts her position to block the intruder's advance. Another close call. Enough is enough. She repositions herself once more, reinforcing her defensive wall. One, she refuses to let the intruder cross. Out on the plains, there's another alarm call at the plover's nest, a puff adder. Unlike the grass snake, this highly venomous predator is capable of killing anything in its path. Defenseless against such a deadly snake, the male plover must use brains over brawn. Like the thick knees, He spreads his wings wide, making himself appear larger and more threatening to draw the snake away from the vulnerable chicks. Other plovers rally to his side, forming a united front against the intruder. And together, they escort the puff adder away from the nest. But snakes aren't the only threat. A prowling African golden wolf is next. The plover's wing display won't work this time, so it calls in reinforcements. Its chick remains motionless in the grass, relying on its only defense, stillness. The wolf moves in, sensing an easy meal. But before it can strike, help arrives. The plovers dive, screech, and harass the intruder in a relentless aerial assault. Overwhelmed, the wolf is forced to retreat. Along the river, the mother crocodile is back in the safety of her lair. Her remaining brood stays close, but danger is never far away. Above, the fish eagle waits for her to reach the water. Even submerged, she remains vigilant, her presence alone a warning. She'll watch over her hatchlings for up to 2 years, but she won't feed them. The young must fend for themselves, snatching up insects as they grow. Despite her protection, the odds are stacked against them. Fewer than 1% will survive to adulthood. When rounding up stragglers, even the most attentive mother can leave her large brood exposed. And no water-bound reptile can truly fend off a master of the skies. The fish eagle's persistence pays off. In the battle for survival, even the best defenses have their limits. For many, protecting the next generation means defending them from predators. But for others, the battle starts even earlier, securing a safe place to call home. African golden wolves, preparing for their offspring, are no amateurs at defending territory. While the male expands their burrow, the female attempts to get comfortable. Once their den is ready, she will settle in to give birth. But at this vulnerable time, there's one intruder they cannot afford, an animal with a fearsome reputation, the honey badger. Even lions and leopards give this relentless scavenger a wide berth. A threat to any newborn litter, the honey badger is swiftly escorted to the boundary of the wolf's domain. Defending territory is one thing, but not all creatures defend a physical home. Some must guard vast, invisible borders, where scent marking takes the place of walls. With no den or fixed shelter, lone cheetahs must make their presence known. A simple scent mark is usually enough to set the boundary. Showing subservience, the intruder moves off. For this young mother, avoiding conflict is her only choice. There's too much at stake to risk injury. For those who roam alone, defending territory is a constant challenge. But for those with allies, strength lies in numbers. Not just for holding ground, but for securing a meal. A young wildebeest is singled out. Outnumbered and unable to outrun the cheetahs, the wildebeest makes a choice. Fight, not flee. In a battle like this, the cheetah's greatest weapon, speed, is useless. Forced into a confrontation, they are now at a disadvantage. The wildebeest's sharp horns make every charge a dangerous gamble. The longer the wildebeest holds its ground, the slimmer the cheetah's chances become. Finally, it seizes its moment, breaking away to vanish back into the safety of the herd. This time, defiance wins. Every creature must stand its ground. From the open plains to the winding waterways. Some defend with speed, others with strength. While many rely on instincts honed over time. Here, every challenge, every encounter is a test of resilience. A delicate balance where only the strongest, the smartest, and the most determined endure. This is the art of defense, nature's ultimate contest for survival. Yet the story doesn't end here. Witness the fierce rivalries that shape the wild, where competition for territory, mates, and resources never ceases. Explore family loyalty, sacrifice, and teamwork, and uncover the secret lives of those who depend on water. As the wonders of nature continue to unfold across the Serengeti's timeless landscapes.